What's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2 of the My Camera Can Predict the Future. So in the last part, she predicted, or not she actually, I should say, the camera predicted her teddy bear going to the daycare center with a 5-year-old. She thought it was a ghost in the beginning, and now her mom broke her leg by flipping over Pops' suitcase because Pops is leaving them, and he is unhappy with life and just seems like a senile old person and everything like that. So yeah, let's carry on with the story. I'm gonna have the creator's story linked down below, the channel linked down below to where you guys can watch these stories, support these guys.
I pointed the camera toward him and hit the shutter. The only way to make him believe was to show him his future. Then I looked at the screen on the camera. I was shocked by what I saw in the photo. Now I knew why my dad was leaving us. If I told him I knew his secret, he would take precautions. That's why I decided to keep it to myself.
Listen. I'm a psychic powers, you know, listen, hang on, hold on. I never watched this before, I promise you that. This is my first time watching it. This is my blind reaction from what I am predicting, you know, like crystal ball type shit right here, right? Like what I am predicting is this motherfucker got a second family, and he's probably rich as hell, and you know, has like 4 other kids. That's what I'm thinking. That's how these stories always play out. Come on, let's go.
What's wrong? Did your miraculous camera not work this time? Oh, go ahead, snap another pic, he said to me teasingly. We arrived in front of the hospital.
Oh, that's a nice car. It's a nice classic. What is that, an Impala?
I opened the car door without saying anything. My dad handed me a big wad of cash. He said, "I'm not coming into the hospital. Think of me as your mom's ex-husband. This is the paperwork for the divorce. Tell your mom to sign these. I'll pick them up tomorrow morning." I got out of the car, and my dad drove away. I looked at his photograph as I was walking to the hospital. I still couldn't believe how he could do this to his family. I walked into the hospital. The doctors in the emergency room did what they had to do. The x-ray showed 2 fractures in her foot.
Oh, damn, you broke your, 2 fractures, hey? Pretty severe, actually. Oh man, you're gonna need some rods in your leg.
The following day, I was in the hospital room with my mom. It was exactly like the photo. My mom was lying in bed with one leg in a cast. So, we can't change the future. Perhaps it's better to not know what it holds, she said with a smile. I was dying to show Mom Dad's photo. Mom, I took Dad's photo in the car as we were driving here, I said, showing her what was on the screen. Mom sat up slightly to see the photo. In the photo, my dad was on a stage. There were journalists around him. A man gave him a huge check that said $4 million.
Oh, what? I was wrong this entire time. Oh, shit. Disregard that. He won $4 million. Holy shit. He went on Family Feud, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, you know? Who wants to be a millionaire? I do.
Even though this was an incredible amount of money, my dad looked devastated. Did he win the lottery? My mom asked in shock. I replied, yeah, he'll probably get the money today, but he wants you to sign the divorce papers before that. My mom's face lit up. She figured it out. According to the law, half of his winnings belong to his wife. He's divorcing me so he doesn't have to give me my share. Then he'll go and pick up the check and keep all the money to himself. I knew what my mom was talking about because I had spent all night researching those laws.
She's like, I ain't signing shit. I'm gonna get half of that and then sign it. Like, damn. What?
I smiled playfully. But he won't be able to execute this plan because we discovered his secret, thanks to my camera. And maybe that's why he looks so sad in the photo. As he's receiving the check, he knows he has to give you half of the money. My mom and I laughed out loud. Meanwhile, my dad walked in. Without asking my mom how she was doing, he asked, "Did you sign the papers?"
Don't be signing that. That's all I'm gonna say. Just don't sign it. You know, like just let it happen. Get your money, sign it, and get the fuck out of there.
She replied coldly, "No, I haven't. But don't worry. I'll sign them after I get my share."
Exactly. You ain't running away with that money. That half of that is mine. $2 million. That's mine.
My dad's face went pale. What share are you talking about? My mom said, I'm talking about my share of the jackpot. I know you won $4 million from the lottery and are getting the money today. I will sign the divorce papers when you deposit my fair share of 50% of the money into my bank account. My dad asked, shocked. But this is impossible. How do you know that? My mom shrugged. Just then, my dad realized I was holding the camera. Did you find out about this through that camera? Is that camera really taking photos from the future? Dad, do you hear what you're saying? As you said, my mom and I are a pair of loonies, and that story about photos from the future is a made-up story by those loonies, I replied.
Yeah, like that's just like a wild accusation, you know, and that's like, do you hear yourself? Like that's kind of crazy, right? Just think about it, like a camera that can predict the future. Who am I to judge? Who am I to say, you know? But that's not happening, you know? Like it's totally fake.
Just as Dad was going to say something else, my mom shut him up. This conversation is over. If you don't send me the money in 2 hours, I won't divorce you, and you'll be married to this loon all your life. My dad left without saying another word. 2 hours later, they called my mom from her bank and told her that $2 million had been transferred into her account. We need to move to a town where Dad can't find us.
Look, listen. That's actually pretty smart. You gotta move away because Pops is probably gonna hire a hitman and just be like, yo, get me my money back, you know? And $100,000 is gonna be yours. And that's like pocket change for him now. So that's like, yeah.
I told my mom. That surprised her. Why would you say that? Why should we run from him? I don't think your dad would want to see us anymore. I showed my mom the camera. I took Dad's picture as you two were arguing. Look, he's going to be homeless in the future. Homeless?
Oh shit, that's what happens, man. You spend all your winnings, go on these trips and shit, and don't save a dime, and that's what happens.
My mom screamed. I showed her the photo. Exactly. It looks like he's going to spend away his share of the money. He's gonna go broke and live on the streets. In that situation, the first thing he would do would be to find us and ask us for money. We need to move somewhere he cannot possibly find us. We did everything we talked about that day. It's been a year now. We still haven't seen my dad. Now I know that the camera sometimes shows what will happen soon, and sometimes not so soon. I don't know if my dad has money or is homeless, but I know that thanks to my camera, he will be broke one day and regret everything he's done to me and my mom.
Good, like the way that he's been treating you this entire time, like that's kind of expected, you know? Fire, you know? I feel like that's what he deserves after treating them this way for their entire lives, technically. I really thought that he had a second family. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a pretty interesting story. And I hope that you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. And if you did, I'm assuming that you guys went and supported these guys' channel and actually watched the video. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. Peace out. And I'm feeling